Welcome back, everyone. I know it's probably been a while. I know my upload schedule was going to be incredibly inconsistent, but I'm back. So yeah, welcome to the first episode of the Wheel series. Just in case for you guys that don't know how this works, here's the graphic I made. Basically, the rules of this account are: to start, I spin the wheel 75 times to see what characters I'm allowed to unlock. Now, these characters that I can unlock are the only characters I'm allowed to use on this account. Now, because I bought the Hyperdrive bundle, as you can see from before, I'm going to have some characters that I have unlocked but can't use. Like, there are some characters like IG88 that I have unlocked from the Hyperdrive bundle and also unlocked from wheel spins, so I'm allowed to use characters like that. Also, another great example is ships. Ships come from the character. So because I have IG88 unlocked in the game from the wheel, I can also get his ship, which I get from the Hyperdrive bundle too. So IG88's really a pretty good pull from the wheel. But basically, everything depends on the wheel. If the wheel gives me a good character, then that's great. If the wheel gives me like Ugnaught, then that's shit and I'm kind of screwed. But the way to get new characters, and really the cornerstone of how we're going to progress, is by 7-starring characters. So that's going to be like shipment stores are going to be really helpful for that, as you're going to see. And unlocking journey characters. So characters like Emperor Palpatine and R2-D2. I mean later this, even in the like day one, I was able to unlock Palpatine and get 3 extra wheel spins, which are huge. I mean, the wheel spins weren't great, I'll tell you that right now, but it doesn't matter because I was still able to get unlock 3 more characters to my total added from 75 to 78. And the more characters you get, the more and more easier it's going to become to get to Kyber or Rhodium in Grand Arena, which the second I get to either Kyber or Rhodium, because it really depends on my upload schedule, because if I'm not uploading consistently and like I'm getting too busy, I'm obviously not going to be able to get into Kyber. So it's really going to depend on me. I'm really hoping to get into Kyber, but we'll see how it is. So on the first day, I instantly figured out, the only capital ship pilot I have is Grandma Tarkin. So I only have one usable capital ship. And in Grand Arena, because I bought the Hyperdrive, you are at level 85. So you're unlocked Grand Arena. But what use is Grand Arena when you have one capital ship? I can only place one on defense, because there's no point in saving for offense, because I have like 5 characters for offense. Now, is buying the Hyperdrive bundle a smart idea? Not really, actually. Like, for actually thinking about the account, it really wasn't. But honestly, I didn't want to spend the time having to grind to level 85. I didn't want to have to spend the time grinding the battles. It really just made my life easier. And I'm going to be honest, if I didn't buy the Hyperdrive bundle, I probably would have already given up with the account, just because I just hate the early game. The early game is awesome. It's great. It's fun. But it's so I've already done it already. Like, I don't want to grind out these dark side battles. Like, I don't want to do dark side 3C. Like, come on. That's just me personally, though. But I looked at my Grand Arena, who I'm versing. They had all relic characters. So I knew I was going to get absolutely molested. But anyway, I was able to unlock Emperor Palpatine, as I said. Huge unlock. Thankfully, I was able to spin at least 5 rebels on the beginning episode. If you want to check that out, it's like the other video with the wheel, and that's kind of it. I don't really recommend that you check it out, because I'm going to show you all the characters I unlocked anyway, but it's kind of like my live reaction of like just all of them like at the same time. If you really want to check that out, go for it. But unlocking Palpatine was great, and I got some okay wheel spins. I was able to get Jango, which helps complete a bounty hunter team and gives me Chewie. Like, I already have Boushh, Bossk, Jango, IG88, and the Mandalorian. I mean, those aren't great bounty hunters put together. I mean, 4 of them are good. Boushh isn't really great with the bounty hunters, actually. But still, she is a bounty hunter at the end of the day. I'm able to unlock Chewie. I just have to spin him to be able to get him, if you know what I mean. Then I got Gamorrean Guard, who's a requirement for Jabba, which is another galactic legend that I've unlocked. Like, I'm allowed to get Jabba if I get the other requirements. So that's huge, actually, even though he's not really usable. And then I got Vet Han, who I think I'm just going to put with Dash Rendar, because Dash Rendar kind of just takes all scoundrels, and Vet Han is already used from Hyperdrive, so it kind of helps out, and he's pretty good plug and play, like, just in general, honestly. And yeah, that's going to be it for day 2. I mean, got some pretty good wheel spins, unlocked Palpatine. Oh, also, I geared up Bossk to gear 9, because he's going to be another huge cornerstone of this account. Bounty Hunter, you needed an Executor. Also, because I have Bosk, I get the Houndstooth. And everyone knows just how busted that ship is. But yep, that's pretty much it for day 1. On to day 2. Alright, so on day 2, I always start the day just like so, as you know now. I do my Houndstooth, my IG-2000s, and Great Mothers. Now, day 2, this is day 7 me. Looking back at day 2 me, I'm an absolute idiot. Great Mothers prevents revives. Took me an entire Arnold video to know that. But Great Mother stops revives, so she can't even work with my Night Sister squad, because I do have a good amount of Night Sister squads. So, I kind of screwed myself. But, regardless, whatever. It's a little bump in the road, doesn't really matter that much. But through Cantina currency, I was able to grab my old Dakas and Choppers to try to get them to 7 stars so I can unlock a new wheel spin. I got Kanan from the Squad Arena currency to try to get a 7-star Palpatine. But then I'm thinking about doing Tarkin also. And then a new rule for crewless ships is there's a wheel of them. Like a wheel for the characters, but there's only 5 crewless ships. So I made only 3 of them would be allowed. And then every 7-star crewless ship, 7-star ship is just another spin the crewless ship wheel. Since ship starring is really hard, that's why I want to start with 3 instead of the like normal, like a little less, like 2 even. So starting with 3 was pretty major. I didn't have any time to spin it on day 2. I just wrote it in my notes that I made the wheel on day 2. I ended up spinning it on day 3. Oof, bad voice crack. Galactic War Store, I get my Mandalorians and Zebs. I mean, Mando's one of the key, because the Bounty Hunter team that I have is a key team, and then Zeb is key because he can be used to 7-star Emperor Palpatine. That's another spin right there. And then also Night Sister Zombies in the Galactic War Store, which is absolutely huge, as that's just another character to get 7 stars pretty easily. Later this day, I found out that Great Mothers doesn't work with Mother Townsend. I wrote in my notes, Great Mothers doesn't work with Mother T. I just seem like an idiot because I just wasted energy, but whatever. I ended up pivoting from Great Mothers to Dash Rendar instead, which kind of helps because that works with the Vet Han that I pulled earlier on day 1. I was able to unlock the new Harrison Dula and Hu Yang, which is fine. I mean, they're usable. I don't really know what I'm going to do with them because they're so Cairo heavy, but they're definitely going to be power crept and they're going to be used with new Ahsoka GL, which will just never happen. I'm never going to get them. I was able to unlock R2-D2 earlier this day, which is another huge upgrade, as that's 3 wheel spins. And through his wheel spins, I was able to... They weren't really great wheel spins now that I lie, but I was able to get Range Trooper, who's Imperial. He's used for that Imperial Troopers team. Then I was able to get BT-1, which is used for Dr. Aphra and nothing else. And then I was able to get another Gungan. I don't know which Gungan it is. I think it's Gungan Phalanx, which is fine, I guess. I mean, that's halfway to Jar Jar, pretty much. I mean, like, the 4 of them can really work together, so, I mean, 2 more Gungans, then I can get Jar Jar. But I'd have to unlock Jar Jar to get Jar Jar, if you know what I mean. So, my main team focuses. This is my second day of the account. I decided, all right, here are the core teams of this. Bounty Hunters, like I was saying. It's going to be Bosk, Jango, Mando, IG-88, and Boosh. Boosh, I mean, I'm really hoping to pull another Bounty Hunter sometime soon to sub out Boosh, but Boosh is still pretty solid because she's got the thermal detonators. Night Sisters, Mother Talzin, Old Daka, Marin, and Zombie. That's a great four characters. If I can pull another Night Sister, that'd be great. I mean, I do have Death Trooper Peridia and Night Trooper, but I think I'm going to do them with a Captain Enoch team, even though they're going to need a lot of Chirotechs. Because actually, I have a whole Captain Enoch team. The question is, do I invest in them, given the amount of Chirotechs they need? Then Phoenix. I don't really think I'm going to do this anymore now. I just wrote it down here. Because with New Hera, Hu Yang, you could do Chopper and Zeb. But I don't really think that like a New Hera lead team can really do anything. And instead, maybe I'd rather wait to pull Old Hera to use with the other 4 Phoenix members. Because I have Kanan, Ezra, Zeb, and Chopper unlocked. So if I get Hera, I'm able to get Grand Admiral Thrawn. And I'm able to 7-star Emperor Palpatine. I mean, assuming I get all those characters up to 7 stars. I mean, obviously, they're not going to be the great team because they need Captain Rex to be obviously amazing. But still, I mean, they're still a really usable synergy team. And then, obviously, last team could be Dash and just 4 Scoundrels. I think I've L3. I think I have Vet Han, Dash. I'm pretty sure I have Bam unlockable. But I don't really know if I'm going to do Bam. Maybe another character, but Bam works pretty well. hoping to get Vander Chewy so I can slap on an Omicron. And then obviously Savage too with his Omicron is going to be one of the core teams for this account because this is Grand Arena focused and Savage is one of the best Grand Arena Omicrons. But yep, that's pretty much it for day 2. So day 3, like I said, did my Houndstooth IG2000s, did my other shipment stuff that for reference, shipment stuff is going to be just like the Tarkins, the Grand Arena store, no, not Grand Arena store, Galactic War store, Squad Arena store, and all that stuff like that. Set the Grand Arena defense, and it's not looking good. That guy that I'm versing is great. It's probably going to be another loss. And it's kind of just telling me that, yeah, I need to unlock more characters. Ships are looking slim, but I was able to do the crewless ship wheel, and I was able to get the BTL Kenobi Starfighter or whatever. I'm not really going to use him. Vulture Droid, which is huge because it was hyperdrived already, and Imperial TIE Bomber, which is also huge because it was also hyperdrived. So that helped me to climb Fleet Arena and get a passive income of crystals. Besides that, I was able to unlock Marinode with these 2 new ships because I finally had enough ships to be able to do the actual nodes, and then unlocking Marin's node allowed me to start farming her, get her shards, and then I'm able to build up that Night Sister team, which is another core team. As I said earlier, I've ended up looking at the guy that I'm versing in Grand Arena, and he had relics on everyone. And then I did one battle, proceeded to get absolutely touched, and gave up. I was like, oh, he's got all relics. I'm praying he doesn't play, because people that have super high GPs over you are just like, oh, maybe they don't play the game. This guy played the game. I got absolutely fucked. I think I had 10 banners, and it's because my whole team got wiped instantly, and then he had like 900 something against my ragtag defense of characters that I randomly spun and had unlocked from the hyperdrive bundle. So yeah, moral of the story is I got touched, and I need to get better characters. But it is what it is. It happens. But yeah, that's pretty much it for day 3. I mean, day 1 and 2 were obviously going to be a bit longer because the account just started. And then eventually you'll see, especially by the end of the week, just starts to get into a rhythm of doing the same daily routine of get your shipments, do your shard farms, then climb in Squad Arena and Fleet Arena, and then insert stuff did on the day. So yeah, that's pretty much it for day 3. Got fucked in Grand Arena, but happens, and hopefully I'll be able to win the next one. See you. So day 4, like I said, day 3 is going to start getting a little monotonous, if you know what that means. If you don't, search it up. I mean, it's a pretty good vocab poll, not going to lie. But I did have a galactic challenge I was able to do. Now, with the new episode track, the galactic challenges actually become a little more important as I'm able to get more resources and stuff. So getting a very easy galactic challenge, like one that involves rebels, is great for an account like mine, which has very limited characters to use. So that was good. I mean, I wasn't able to do that many tiers, but I was still able to get some episode points. Now, also, a little after this galactic challenge, like in between, whatever, they changed the episode track system. They actually made it easier for new players, so that's great for me. I'm a big happy guy. I was able to get Tarkin's ship to 4 stars, which is huge for Fleet Arena grinding, as I was able to, with Fleet Arena, unlike Squad Arena where you get no crystals, Fleet Arena actually gives you crystals. So it's going to be huge getting that Fleet Arena high to be able to get those crystals that are obviously necessary to progress, especially when my account's already limited by my self-limitations. After that, I did a refresh on Houndstooth because I was like, let me get as much as I can. I have the extra crystals from Fleet Arena, and because I got a head start from buying the hyperdrive bundle, so I was able to do that. And then I unlocked Jango Fett, which is huge, even though he's only 2 stars. Like, you don't see many people that are using characters at 2 stars. I am. I mean, he goes in my bounty hunter team. One of the core teams, as I said. Works really well. It's great. He does. I wish he had a ship. I wish he had his ship, and it works with Malevolence. But maybe a prediction? I don't know. But hopefully that happens, because that'd be huge for me. That's basically unlocking another ship. That's probably going to have some bounty hunter synergies, maybe. I don't know. But besides that, I did my daily activities. I didn't gear up Jango just yet because I was like, do I gear him up? He's at 2 stars. I was a little hesitant about it. But eventually, I was thinking about it, and I was like, all right, let me just pull the trigger and just start gearing him up. Pretty sure I did that a little later in the day. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did that on day 5. So that's a little sneak peek, I guess. But that was it for day 4. So day 5 I was able to unlock Dash, which is great, but the only problem is I didn't have any scoundrels unlocked with him. I mean, unlocking him to start with is great too, because he's a pretty good character in general, and he comes with a ship, the Outrider. And I don't know if it's like, is it really that good of a plug-and-play ship? No, but any ship helps out, especially when I have such limited amounts of ships. So it was a pretty big upgrade, not gonna lie. Then, as I said later, literally like 30 seconds ago, I geared up Django, I did my daily farms, and I got Chopper, Tarkin, and Mandalorian to 6 stars. Now, Tarkin himself is huge because his shards are so easily to get. You get them from Galactic War Store, you get them from Squad Arena Store, and you can get them from ship challenges. So that's 3 ways to get him to 7 stars, which is obviously huge for the account because 7 stars means another character, and new characters are great. I just continued to climb in Squad Arena and Fleet Arena. But overall, day 5 was pretty boring because I was actually really busy with just life stuff, so I wasn't really able to play the game that much. But, yeah, that's pretty much all that happened on day 5. Alright, so I did my dailies as usual. I finally ran out of the normal energy they give you because in the Hyperdrive Bone, you get like a instant, like, influx energy. They're like, here's like 1,000 energy, do whatever you want with it. I finally ran out of that. So that's a little bummer because then I'm not able to do all the farms I was able to do with the efficiency, at least, or the amount of times I was able to do them. But today was huge as I got Tarkin to 7 stars, which is great. That's huge because that's another wheel spin, which is awesome for the account. Another wheel spin just dramatically changes it. Dramatically changes it. But I did the wheel spin and I got Shaak Ti, who's formable from 5 fleet arena or fleet battles. So what are the odds I'm gonna unlock her? None. So she's just gonna sit there collecting dust. She is needed for gas. She is a Galactic Republic Jedi, so maybe she can be used with Keller and Beck, but still not great pull. I was able to gear 9 IG-88 though, which is huge because, you know, as I said, he's a pretty big cornerstone in the account. I don't think I would ever say that IG-88's a cornerstone of any account, but for me, he's the cornerstone of mine. But besides that, another pretty boring day, and life may or may not have stopped me from getting in Grand Arena, but I also kind of forgot about it. So even though Grand Arena is the main point of this account, I forgot to do it. So yeah, that's not good. But besides that, that was kind of all I did for day 6, and on to the next day. Day 7, I had a Grand Arena to do. Now, as I was doing this Grand Arena, I actually played it this time. I played it this time on like day 6 where I forgot like an absolute idiot to do it. Oh, it was rough. I really thought I had a chance. I was like, oh, I have a chance against him. Even though I got limited characters, I can maybe try to underdog them with these teams. Maybe I got this. Oh, I don't know. I only had 6 usable characters for 4 territories. Well, obviously the ship one wasn't going to happen. So I had to think to myself, how can I beat 3 territories with 6 characters? It would be stupid to break them into 2 teams of 2. So I ended up just breaking them into 2 teams of 3 and just kind of cut my losses. Eventually, I mean, you'll see from the footage, I don't want to spoil it just yet. It's kind of all I did on day number 7. That's like notable. Like I obviously did my daily farms. I obviously did my dailies, and I try to climb as high as I can in Squad Arena and Fleet Arena. Why Squad Arena is actually important is because you get that Squad Arena currency. Now, it doesn't give crystals anymore, but the Squad Arena currency itself is great because it helps me to 7-star other characters. And you know what happens with 7-star characters. Going to be huge for this. Just, you're going to hear it a lot. 7-star characters is big. Yeah, it's pretty much it. But week 1's done. 1 week of this account in, I have unlocked, 3, 6, 7 characters. So 7 additional characters. I'm up to 82 total characters. I'm pretty sure there's about 200 something characters in the game, or 300 something. I don't know. Like I want to say high 270 is my prediction, but I think it's around that number. So 200 characters to unlock. That sounds great. But besides that, kind of getting into a rhythm. So I'm not probably going to stop making it like weekly updates. Maybe I'll make a video every week just saying like, oh, this is what I did for the whole entire week, because it's kind of getting a little boring and monotonous. I mean, you guys tell me what you want to say in the comments. I doubt many of you that started watching this video are still here, but if you are, please let me know, because I'm really kind of new to this YouTube thing. I don't really know what to do. So you guys tell me what you want to see. As I mean, I'm making content for myself, obviously, but I'm also making it to entertain other people. I really hope this entertained you personally, and I hope that if you're watching this, you have a great rest of your day. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I mean, one of the few hundred, actually one of 100, and I wish you the best. Peace out. Thanks for tuning in. And that's 1 week done.